6 months deep in the game, you know, literally. And when they say your attention goes where your energy flows, now like I literally understand it in much more depth than ever, you feel? And it's like, you don't think about certain things when you're in this place, you know? Like, you don't think about watching those videos online, you know? And it's a different place to be. And whatever you're surrounded by, whatever your focus is on, that's where your drive is. And that's where you surround yourself by people in those places. And you don't even think about women the same way anymore, because it's like, that's not where you're focusing on, because, you know, you're not doing all of these activities that you used to be doing. You're not watching those videos that you used to watch online. So everything just kind of shifts, you know, your attention shifts. And when your attention shifts, you draw in certain things that you weren't drawing in before. You become aware of things that you weren't aware of before. And it's a gradual process. It's definitely a gradual process. Don't expect it to happen overnight, but like you begin to see things differently. The world begins to look different, you know. It's like you've got a different pair of lenses on, and that's what I like to see. And in terms of attraction is completely different, because you carry this little air of mystery. But I'm telling you, don't even become aware of this until you fully understand what's happening. It took me a while to understand what's happening, understand my energy, and once I began to understand it from this new place, then I became aware of what's actually going on in the outside. But hey, let's get further into this. What's going on? My name is Christopher Daniels, and I help people to overcome self-sabotage and live a purpose-driven life. And I just want to say welcome to anybody that's here for the first time, and welcome back to anybody that's been here before. Today, straight getting into it, like semen retention and what I've learned so far, like my benefits after doing it for 6 months, you know? You know what I'm saying? 6 months, for me, that's the longest ever, I think, since, it has to be, ever since I started back when, probably, I don't know how many years ago now, probably 13 years old, 13, 12, I don't know, something like that, you know? Nah, not 12, probably 13, yeah, maybe even 12, 13, somewhere there. But anyway, literally, from those times, that there's never been a gap like this. Never, ever, ever, ever. And the realest thing is, we did, well, I can't talk for everyone. I was going to say we did it consistently, but I'll just say I was doing it consistently for time, you know? And I know that's the case for a lot of people as well. You just do it year after year, and it just becomes a norm. And you don't have a gap, so you don't understand what can actually happen in that gap. What changes when you have that gap? What does the silence feel like? What does it feel like to not be drawn in, you know? And when we get to that place, you can actually have that silence and not be drawn in. I'm telling you, it's a complete shift. You just start doing more, you know? You see those times when you're watching it or you're doing things and you're using your energy to do that, the energy goes somewhere else. Like for me, I started doing like Qigong training, which is similar to, I'll compare it to yoga. That might be the easiest comparison. I'll compare it to yoga, but it's not like yoga, but it's in terms of harnessing and moving around your energy, channeling your energy. That element is quite similar. It's Chinese. You're moving around your qi, you know. So Tai Chi, if you're familiar with what Tai Chi is, then Qigong is like the mother of Tai Chi. So they're both within that same line. The only reason I compared it to yoga, because yoga, I know people use it for the stretches side. People are familiar with the name, you know. But Qigong, again, you got the stretches and all of that side, but you're channeling that energy inside. You're moving around. You're feeling the energy. And you can actually feel and move the energy. So that's why I like to do that practice, you know. And again, that's something that I just use to soothe my energy whilst I'm on this, you know. Because if you just store that energy and keep it in, and you're not moving it around whilst you're doing something like this, you feel you're gonna burn out, or you're gonna want to do something with that, you know. You gotta learn how to use your energy, especially when you're in this deep, you know. 6 months in, and I haven't learned how to use my energy. It's gonna be techie for me, you know, because I've done it before. I've done semen retention. This is not the first time. But when I notice when you're doing it, you need to know, okay, cool. I'm not using my energy the same way. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not watching videos online. I'm not going out to see things, girls anymore. Like, it's just different. So how are you using your energy? You feel what I'm saying to you? So for me, Qigong is an amazing way. Alongside that, I'm back in on doing the martial arts. I'm doing judo as well. And alongside judo, I'm working on the business as well. Like, you know, there's just so many different things that just pop up because you've created space. And that's what it comes down to. Like, what do you want to create space for? Like, there's like, let's say we just clear, you got a blank canvas. Yeah, what would you put on that canvas? And that's what it all comes down to. Would you put watching videos online on that canvas, or would you put creating a business? You know, would you put going on dates constantly on that canvas, or would you put, I don't know, to go to the gym? Like, you know, it's just prioritizing, and that's what it gives you the ability to do. Like, Semen retention is like having a break from life. You know, almost like having a break from life and just being able to select what you want to put into your life. That's what it comes down to, really and truly. When it comes down to that element of like dating as well on semen retention, like I have been on dates on semen retention, and at the same time, I think that you feel more free because you're not looking for anything. That's one thing that I will say. You're not looking for anything. You're just there. Whatever happens, kind of happens in a way where your mind is just like, you're just engaged in the person a lot more. You're just trying to connect with the person, speaking to the person. You don't feel any sort of attachment or connection because you know, like when you're going there, you're holding your thing anyway. Like, you don't get me wrong, you can still do what you're doing when you're doing or when you're on semen retention. You can still do your thing because there's methods that allow you to either not ejaculate or at the same time ejaculate up the spine, or in different ways that where you're not rinsing out or burning out your energy. So don't get me wrong, you can still do all of that if that's what you would like to do. But at the same time, it's understanding that, hey, you got a shift in focus at that point in time. So certain things are not a priority anymore, and women are not a priority. Like, the purpose is the priority. So when you're dating whilst you're on it, it's completely different. So for me, 6 months of semen retention, the main thing I will say is that my attention is it's down to me where I put it, you know. My attention, where I put my attention, like, my energy's gonna go there. So I need to be conscious of what I'm focusing on. Yeah, that's what I'll say. Like, be conscious of what you're focusing on. Be conscious of where your attention goes, because where your attention goes, your energy flows, and that's for real. You know. And when you're in that space of doing semen retention, yeah, your attention is there. Like, it's present. You're more present, so you can channel it a lot easier. Yeah. Don't stress, don't panic. Just focus on channeling that energy. I'm telling you, everything's going to shift for you. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure that you do subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the future videos. And having said that, I will see you again very soon. Yeah? Blessings.